Hey guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 260th episode of my series where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So today we get to discuss a pair of MCs who perfectly embody grimy, hardcore 90s boom bap, those being Lil Fame and Billy Danze of M.O.P., also known as Mashout Posse. The outfit actually initially formed as a street gang before the two would start taking music more seriously and find a home amongst the Gangstar Foundation roster, which outside of M.O.P. and Guru and DJ Premier obviously, hosted a number of talented and successful acts like Group Home or Jeru the Damager. Billy and Fame may not have necessarily been the single most well-known or successful members to emerge from the collective. They were still a bigger name than most of the other artists, and while literally all the affiliates were working with some iteration of hardcore 90s New York boom bap, I would argue these guys are almost definitely the most aggressive and full of energy. In the pantheon of legendary rap groups and MCs from this era, I kind of mentally put these guys alongside acts like Onyx, Lost Boys, DOS Effects, The Beatnuts, Masta Ace Incorporated, Smith and Wesson, Lords of the Underground, and of course Wu-Tang Clan. While the Mashout Posse was thoroughly active throughout the 90s, they wouldn't really hit their commercial peak until the year 2000, when they would release the single most successful single of their career, which was the anthemic track Ante Up, aka Robin's Hood Theory, off their Warriors album. However, that was their fourth full-length studio release, and while there's plenty of enjoyable moments from their 1994 debut To the Death, as well as their third album, 1998's First Family for Life, today we're splitting the difference between those two and discussing what's probably my favorite LP from the duo, 1996's Firing Squad. This was their first album where Lil Fame contributed production under the moniker Fizzy Womack, which he would continue to do on every M.O.P. release after this point. This is also a great example of a duo where it's difficult to choose a favorite rapper between the two, because they both pretty much constantly put their all in and give 100%, be it with their in-your-face delivery that's almost like hip-hop's equivalent to a drill sergeant, or with their clever and descriptive street raps. The Brownsville-based duo has endless chemistry and sound super comfortable together on every track, and they match each other's styles and vocal tones effortlessly. I mean, this is one of those pairings where it's pretty much just a match made in heaven and they were born to work together. I also heavily respect how both Billy Danze and Lil Fame have remained consistently active over the last 30 years. In fact, while their last project as M.O.P. was 2011's Sparta, which was a collaboration alongside German and Danish production team Snow Goons, each legend has had solo releases going into the 2020s. It's pretty neck and neck when it comes to which member I prefer, but while I can't definitively choose a favorite one way or the other, the verse I chose to share off of Firing Squad comes from Billy Danze on the Born to Kill jazz mix. The part I'm gonna read some lines from starts when he raps, "Yo, it's the case of the state versus the great 1718 gunslinger from Brownsville where people were born to kill. Yo, some chick thinks she saw you jump up out the Jeep. She said you was across the street letting go your heat. What? That bitch lying. Here's a cocksucker I never heard of. I ain't doing time for no motherfucking murder. When Mr. Gonzalez was stretched in the mud, I was home with the dog. Don't take it there, what's up? Therefore, I'm innocent. Mad shells were spit. So, they ain't mine. I do damage with the imp. You found shells from a 9. This shit is crazy. Would you please contact Lays E? Tell him I need an attorney to ride with me on this motherfucking journey. Now 10 months later after being indicted, third off of 15 are clicking shit, so fuck it, I'ma fight it. Me and the Jew boy laid back after DA spoke. Cross-examination. First thing, jumped up and broke, no joke. Stepped over the judge's crown, stepped on the DA's grounds. looked at the snitch with a frown, went to the jury, and got down. 72 hours later, creeping on some plain no more shit, toting the same Glock Mr. Gonzalez got knocked off with as I. There's only a few names who show up for the guest appearance side of the equation here, including Battle, Teflon, and the godfather of East Coast rhymey boom bap, Cool G Rap. But we do see a few more added in terms of producers, including Big Jazz, also known as Jazzo, All D, Lazy E Lazy, DJ Premier, along with Billy and Fame themselves. For honorable mentions on here, I chose songs like Firing Squad, New Jack City, Salute, Downtown Swing 96, Nothing to Lose, Ill Side of Town, and Lifestyles of a Ghetto Child. Then with the overall top 3 best tracks on this thing, I personally went with Stick to Your Guns, World Famous, and Brownsville. Thank you for watching my 260th video. Next up, we have another East Coast pick. But with this one in particular, I'm kind of interested to see the response. Because while it was a very mainstream, successful, high-profile album, it definitely has its critics. So keep an eye out for that one, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what your favorite moments are off this important part of 90s boom bap. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.